Hey guys, so as you can tell, this isn't exactly a standard video, so let me explain to you what's been going on. So this past week, between a crazy week at work and me being sick for a few days and me actually going home for a few days, I just didn't have the time to complete the video that was supposed to get released today, which was a Disney history for Disney World War II. But don't worry, I didn't want to leave you guys high and dry with that video this week, and there was some fairly important news going on in the Disney universe, so I figured why not talk about it a little bit. Just a little housekeeping though before we get to that. Next week is going to be the Make Mine Music review, and then the week after that I'm going to release the Disney history on Disney World War II, so that's the immediate schedule coming up. So I'm sure as many of you heard this past week, Bob Iger, who's the CEO at Disney, announced that Pixar will be developing two big name sequel movies, and that's going to be The Incredibles 2 and it's going to be Cars 3. So first let's talk about The Incredibles 2, because I think that's the one I'm probably more excited for, and that's the one I seem to get the feeling that a lot of people are very excited for. So for Incredibles 2, I've seen some conflicting reports out there with Brad Bird's involvement. Some are saying that he's not involved in it yet. Some are saying that he's actually writing the sequel right now, so somewhere in there lies the truth. For those of you who don't know, I really like Brad Bird. Most of the projects that he works on I end up really enjoying. He was a director on The Simpsons for the first 10 years. He did Iron Giant, he did The Incredibles, he did Ratatouille. Right now he's doing Tomorrowland, so very involved with Disney, very involved in general, and like I said, pretty much everything that he does is awesome. I thought that his script for the first Incredibles was just amazing. I liked the aspect of taking a superhero and putting him in the real world, and it's one of those ones where there was enough kind of drama in the mundane life or in like the normal life to go on top of the drama in like the superhero life that I thought was pretty deep and smart, and it has a lot of replay value for me because as I got older I kind of saw different things in it. So I'm assuming that he's probably going to be a part of Incredibles 2 if he isn't already, because he said for years that they would do it as long as he got a good idea, which does kind of excite me because that means if they are doing it, it's a good sign. That means Brad Bird got a good idea, and usually whenever Brad Bird has a good idea, I really like it, and it's awesome. So keep your eyes on that. It should be awesome movie. I haven't seen any release dates or any target dates or anything like that, but it's just good to know that it's actually in development right now. As for Cars 3, I get why they're making it. I'm not overly excited about it. I wasn't really into Cars 2. But you know, I understand why you're making it. It's a moneymaker. Even though Cars 2 wasn't exactly critically acclaimed, it did make money. Merchandising obviously through the roof on it. It's John Lasseter's pet project, really. So, you know, I get why they're making it. It just doesn't excite me as much as Incredibles 2 does. And that kind of brings me to a point that I wanted to discuss with you guys, and that is Pixar's current direction with all of the sequels that have been planned and released and all that good stuff. So pretty much most of this sequel talk and the sequels that are being released is really a direct response to the reaction that Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 got, which was, you know, they were both critically acclaimed, they were both beloved by the public and made tons of money. And really, though, it kind of brings up, I guess, when it comes to sequels, I have certain feelings on them. When a story can naturally continue, or when it doesn't feel forced, then I got no problem with a sequel. And, you know, so that's why I think I'm excited for Incredibles 2, because it really did lend itself to sequels. At the end of the day, you know, superhero movies, that's basically what we know superhero movies to be. Where I thought that Cars 2 kind of fell short was that it felt like it was just like a tacked on and forced story, you know what I mean? Like we were kind of done, which is what worried me about when I heard that Finding Dory was being released. So it kind of worries me about Cars 3. Honestly, it's what worried me about Monsters U. It seems like, you know, you're trying to kind of force the story to continue when it wasn't naturally lending itself to continue, and that always kind of worries me a bit. Now, of course, that being said, while, like I mentioned, I didn't exactly enjoy Cars 2. I actually thought the Monsters U wasn't bad, even though it was a prequel. You know, so I'm not going to go so far as to say, oh, Pixar is destined for ruin with all of these sequels coming out. No, because they're smart at that studio. They know what they're doing, and I'm sure that everything that they release is going to make plenty of money. It's going to be great stuff. It's just, you know, I always have my reservations when it comes to sequels. And the other sort of reservation that I have is that I really do enjoy Pixar's original stuff, you know, and I guess I get worried sometimes that they are going down a path of so many sequels and kind of revisiting old properties and old ideas and putting new spins on them, as opposed to releasing kind of new and exciting stories and characters and places and all that thing. Now, obviously, they do have some new stuff coming out. I think the Good Dinosaur is supposed to come out this summer, so obviously this is more kind of long-term thinking, but again, stuff that goes on in my mind, stuff to kind of keep in mind for you guys. So yeah, that about does it for me today. Just a short little video to make sure that I got something out for you guys and to give you guys some news. And really, I want to hear your opinion on Cars 3 and Incredibles 2. Are you excited for them? You're not excited for them? And again, what is your opinion on the sequels that are coming out from the Pixar studio? Because I know that can be a hot button topic among Disney people, so I would love to hear your opinions on it. Again, sorry for the lack of standard video this week. Everything will get back to normal for next week, and let me know what you guys thought about Disney news too. If you liked it and you want me to do it more, I'll try to fit some in, during the week in between videos. And if not, then we'll just pretend that this never happened. See you guys next week.